We are of all people most to be pitied.
We are the most pitiable people if you hope in Christ for this life only. Read, everybody read it louder looking in your own text. Louder please. So, while we are living here, through the wisdom of God and through the language of faith, we must be able to perceive what is the life after our death. That is the aspect of faith. That is the life in faith. We have to be very clear knowledge. So these Saint Therese or Saint Alphonse, are they active now or are they resting in peace? Are they resting in peace or are they very actively working? What do you mean? So in fact, rest in peace is not really going to happen for us. After our death, we are going to have, you will be more stronger Jesus youth. You will be, what is the slogan of Jesus youth? It's a missionary movement. So then after your death, you will be a super missionary movement. You have much more greater possibility to do mission. You will have absolutely no rest there. Think about it. So all what you are doing here is only a preparation for that. I used to humorously imagine, or I really imagine sometimes this, when I go there. First thing, that day morning before I reach there, there is a big boom-dam and so many people writing a big banner, "Welcome Thomas Paul." So Peter and others say, "What's happening? Why are you out here? What is happening? Why is this such a rush?" I don't know, Thomas Paul is coming. We all heard his preaching. We received the grace of God to come here. Therefore, we want to give him a grand celebration. Welcome. So Peter said, "Yes, I too will join with you." Hallelujah. See, to go to heaven, you can also go like that good thief. He had no welcome celebration there. At the last moment, he said, "Jesus, remember me." "Ah, yes, yes. Today you will be with me in paradise. Passport, visa, everything is." That is also possible. But that is not our call. Eventually, it can be. But we are called to live here itself, throughout our life, gaining the wisdom and knowledge about God and live like a queen. Not like a thief. Live like a queen in the palace of our king. In the bridal chamber of our king. With all the joy of the heaven. With all the wisdom of heaven. Like a child of God. And we are a representative, an ambassador of heaven working here. Our salary is in that bank. Our name, particularly if you are a strong intercessor, you will not be known here, but everybody in the heaven will know you. You may be sitting in front of the Lord and praying. Afterwards you will complain. Nobody think about me. I am praying. Nobody even give a thanks for my intercession. That is the perfect intercession, because You are a branch of heaven. Everybody in heaven knows you. Alright. Okay, so while we are living here, we must recognize what is my call. My call is, as a Christian, not only to live in this world, but my call, the greater part of my call is a powerful, meaningful living after my life. So we see the saints, see Saint Pope Francis. Pope Francis took the name of Francis after 800 years of that poor Francis who was roaming in Assisi with his sad clothes. Even after 800 years, so many people are attracted to his wisdom. Even the Pope. And the Pope went to San Damiano and knelt down at the same cross where that Jesus spoke to Francis Assisi, rebuild my church. Yes, probably that voice Pope Francis might have heard now also. Who is working? Is Francis is working or not? Or is Francis Assisi dead and gone? Is he resting in peace there? Rest in peace means we have entered into the heavenly peace. We can work with peace. There is no jealousy, there is no competition. Here, even in our ministry, we are facing with the big competition and jealousy and problems, tension, stress. There you can work without any such problems. Jesus said, unless the grain of wheat falls and completely die, it cannot produce fruits. So when we die, what will not die is the soul. And this soul will go to heaven. And in heaven, this soul will carry all the knowledge and wisdom about God. And from heaven, like a satellite communication, then you can do much more greater things. Much more greater things. So those saints like Saint Therese, she was even at the age of maybe 16, 17 onwards, she was fully convinced of that. So she was sometimes longing, please take me so that I can work with you there. St. Paul says, my desire is to go as early as possible. But yet, if you want me to continue here, no problem, because here also I am with him, there also I am with him. I think now you are already freed from the fear of death. Are you? Are you longing to die? Do you want faster there? Yes. Yeah, that is His will. You say, God, take me. I want to work with you in heaven. But if you want to keep me here, no problem. I am like deputation sent to New York. See, our perspective. Now you see what we are thinking is all different thoughts. Correct? Completely different thinking. This is the reality of our faith. This is the thoughts of faith. This is the thoughts of God. In Incidentally, when somebody says with great sadness, "Oh, my father died," oh, I say, "Praise the Lord." I cannot cry. But nevertheless, when our dear and dear ones die, we feel a pain of separation. But in a language of faith, it is a great joy. A woman came to me so filled with sadness. "Thomas, I attended your last retreat. But you know what happened? My husband died." My God, what happened? Suddenly, 7 children. The youngest is only 1 year. This is God's plan. I said, Jesus said, "Look at the 2 sparrows. Without the knowledge of my Father, not even one of that sparrow will fall down." Surely, without the knowledge of God, no one will go to heaven. Suddenly, I gave a new dimension to her. The death of her husband, correct? She was so much upset. It is natural. Father of 7 children, the only earning member, and he suddenly died, and whole burden of the family came upon her. I think I gave her 3 points. First thing, I said her that he is in heaven because of so and so. He was a very saintly person. Third thing, I said, God will not give you a suffering more than your capacity. One more thing I said, and she was so much filled with a joy. And then all her sadness disappeared. Because the very fact she made a relationship with heaven. She received this whole thing from the hands of God. Up to this time, she was receiving it from the hands of the devil. Oh, it may be the work of devil. Is it God's plan to kill my husband? Is it God's plan that my 7 children is become off and da 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 da? See, even if devil has to work, I told this, did I say, who is powerful? What is the power of devil and the power of God? Come on, answer. What is the power difference between devil and God?
Even if the devil has to work, that requires God's permission.
What is the power difference?
Creator and creation.
Somebody say? Alex will answer all answers because first thing he has attended all my retreat. And we heard all the talks in the YouTube. And then he was many years in formation. Okay, come on. What is the power difference?
Creator and creation.
Okay. Very good. So, God is creator. So, as creator, God is infinitely powerful. Infinite. Sarvadipana Karta. Almighty. And the devil, how the devil become? They become devil, evil spirit become from the angels. So as angels they were God's creation. So even as they become evil spirit, their status is only God's creation. They are creation. So creator and creation. See the difference, the power? So God as creator, his power is infinite. And devil or any creation, the power is finite. Finite and infinite. Why we said this? Now maybe God is allowing devil to do something. It is because God has the supreme power to save you from that situation. Just like you have 2-3 children, after the hard work in the home, in the work you went home, you saw the children is playing with, they put all the mud and clay and everything, they brought it in the house, in the beautiful marble floor, they are playing. What will be your response? You will say, okay, let them play. Why you will say, let them play? Because you know after they finish, I can clean it up. Yes or no? Yes or no? That is how God sees the work of the devil. Let them do what he wants, what he can do. He has a limit because his power is not infinite. He can do only limit. He has an end. But God has no end. Let him do. That's why God said, Jesus said a parable, somebody planted good seed in between. The devil came and planted the weeds. The workers said, shall we pluck them out? No. Let them grow. Now if you pluck them, you may harm some. The same thing, you saw these children are playing with mud in your living room. But if you are a prudent parent, you will let them play. After a few minutes they will sleep, then we can play everything. Otherwise, if we shout and scream, we will not be doing good for them. The same way Jesus said, let them grow. If you pluck it out now, you may do some harm to the good seeds. So God, if at all, allows some evil things, it is because He has supreme power to rectify that and rectify that and bring back the situation much greater than the good. See that example or event of Joseph in the Old Testament. He was sold by his own brothers. He was beaten up. He was thrown out into a pit or a well, and then sold as a slave to Egypt. And at last, finally, after Joseph became the prime minister of Pharaoh, after the wisdom of God gained the whole situation, he became like a king. And all these brothers came with begging bowls, and Joseph recognized them. He was not able to stop crying. He went outside and began to cry, but eventually he said to them, I am your brother Joseph, whom you sold to Egypt. Shocked, everybody shocked. Oh, now he's going to retaliate. He will take revenge on us. But he said, don't be afraid. All that bad things you did, God made good. It was God's plan to bring me here before you come here, to prepare everything for you and our whole family. Therefore, you all stay with me. You, your wives, your children, your cattle, stay with me. I will provide for all of you. All the bad things you did, God made good for all of us. See, this is God. Now, the point I wanted to bring is, now Joseph took it from the hands of God, even if it was an evil thing. woman 7 children. She was so much depressed because she took this death from the hands of the devil. That is the evil's work. So it was depressed. But when she took it from the hands of God, immediately she became configured to heaven. I said, where is your husband now? He is in the bosom of the Father. He is pleading, he is praying for your 7 children. What is better? I realize that nowadays they are very spiritual. They gather in time in prayer. They go for Sunday Mass. Otherwise they were not interested. So, from this moment I realized she started talking to many people. Oh, I feel now great joy. I met Thomas Paul and he told me something about what happened from God. Complete freedom and joy. People were wondering, how can you be so joyful when your husband left with you the burden of the 7 children? He said, it is not burden, it is a blessing. The 7 children belong to whom? If God has given 7 children in your womb, who is more stronger connected with that God than you? Tell me. This was the point.